Okay, so you want to stay informed, but you don't want to drown in endless news feeds, right? Let's just get straight into it. Kanye West. He's filed this massive lawsuit against Adidas, over $1 billion. We're going to unpack what's actually going on here.
Exactly. Let's move past just the headlines. We need to look at, what he's really accusing them of and the context too. Why did this partnership fall apart in the first place? And importantly, what could this mean longer term? Not just for them, but like for artists and big brands working together. We've got a pretty detailed article that lays out the situation, the timeline, the claims.
Right. So that billion-dollar figure is the huge thing grabbing attention. Kanye's claiming Adidas essentially ripped off his Yeezy designs and kept making money from them after they split up in 2022. The key part. Without his... Okay.
Yeah, what's really interesting is the kind of proof he supposedly has. The article mentions things like screenshots,
Yeah.
prototypes, and even apparently internal Adidas emails. Stuff he believes shows they kept using his design blueprints even after the big fallout.
Which is crucial because, as the article points out, that breakup was very public, tied to all those controversial statements he made. But the core accusation seems to be, even after saying we're done, Adidas kept using his creative work. Is that the idea?
That seems to be the crux of it, yeah. And that's where the huge damages claim comes from. Over $1 billion. Plus he wants a full recall, like pull everything off the shelves that he thinks copies Yeezy. We should probably note, though, Adidas hasn't actually said anything publicly about this yet.
Right, no official response. And looking at how people are reacting, it's split, isn't it? You got some people cheering him on, fight the power kind of thing. Then others are just saying, oh, it's Kanye being Kanye, maybe a publicity stunt.
Sure, you're going to get that split. But stepping back, the article we read really emphasized the potential impact here.
Yeah.
If Kanye actually wins this, it could genuinely change things. Think about how artists and brands negotiate these deals. What happens to the designs, the intellectual property, when things go south?
So, who owns what after the contract ends?
Exactly. Normally, there are clauses about that stuff, post-termination ownership. But maybe Kanye's evidence challenges those standard agreements. It could set a new standard, maybe give artists more control after a breakup. It's a big if, of course.
And the article also floats the idea of what's next for Yeezy itself. Talk about maybe Kanye just going it alone, selling direct limited edition drops, no big corporate partners needed.
Which really highlights the core themes for anyone following this, right? It's about intellectual property, definitely. Who owns the ideas? There's also this feeling of corporate betrayal being alleged. And fundamentally, it boils down to creative control. In fashion, protecting designs isn't always as clear-cut as, say, patenting an invention. So this case could really push the boundaries there.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the main thing to take away isn't just the celebrity drama. It's that this billion-dollar lawsuit, Kanye versus Adidas over Yeezy designs, could actually ripple through the whole fashion industry. It touches on the power balance between individual creators and these giant corporations.
It really does. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? In this age where artists can connect directly with fans, sell directly. And what does that mean for creative ownership moving forward? How does that shift the power dynamic between the individual talent and the big companies? Something to keep in mind, for sure.